Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, you know what to do. I hope you enjoy some of the content. If you've been here a while, we're gonna do a quick video on a popular little handgun. I don't really know how quick it'll be, and it's probably not gonna be real informative because I hadn't really researched this thing a lot. I just know it seems to be a real popular little handgun. So let me grab my water. Peach iced tea, way to go, buddy. So anyway, what we have is we have one of these, the 365 standard Sig from Sig Sauer. First off, the gun's safety checked. There ain't no bullets in it, no mag in it. Okay, so you know I don't like doing unboxing videos. I could care less how somebody packs something or the little peanuts. I don't feel like I'm gonna open a video just to watch you unbox something, but a lot of people do. But I got this gun the other day. I found it at a local shop down here. I'm not gonna call their name right here on YouTube right now, but I'd been eyeballing it for a while, researching the SIGs for a while. I've had a Sig P-320, Sig P-320. Okay, several years ago, and the trigger was horrible. That thing had a double action trigger from all the way out here, all the way back, and my wife couldn't even pull it. And my wife's not she's small, but she's not the little dainty type. She's 5'7", 160 pounds, so she should have been able to pull the trigger. Enough on that, on my wife, her size and all. But anyway, so we found this little gun the other day down here, and if you've watched the Hellcat video, it's optics ready. This gun also comes in an optic ready version. I didn't want that. I wanted a straight, old-fashioned carry gun. But what we did get on this one is it came with night sights. That's pretty cool. And they're from Sig. I don't know who actually made them. But anyway, let's get into the pistol. So the P-365 comes in many variants now. You got the XL, you got the 365, the SAS or something like that. Anyway, but the gun is 5.8 inches overall length. It's exactly 1 inch wide. It's got a 3.1 inch barrel. Mine come with two 10-round magazines, a flush fit, and a pinky extension. Now, from what I can understand, you can get some 12-round aftermarket mags, and I'm not going to unload this magazine, and let me tell you why. It reminds me so much of the Shield. That last round, you've just about got to have a mag loader to get it in there. And if you get it in there and you think you're going to do +1 with this pistol, you can forget it. If you got one in it, then you can't even get your magazine to seat, because this is so tight. For a magazine to seat, this has to have a little play to push down up against the bottom of the bolt. There is none, so you can forget the 10+1. It's 10 rounds. I can see, you know how I feel about the +1. It's a selling pitch, but I could see, possibly having that +1 in a small 9 or a 380 or something. I could see where it make a difference. You ain't getting it with this gun. If you get it and you jam that mag in there to make it snap in, then you're gonna have cycling issues. It may not even cycle after it fires. It's that tight, so just don't do it. It could bend the casing on it, creating pressure problems and all that with jam up. They could do a little better with these magazines. For $50 a pop, you would think that they would be smooth. And yes, if you want extra mags for the 365, they're $50 a piece. Outrageous. Okay, but anyway, right off the bat, this rail, they say it's got a rail. It's useless. I'm not gonna put. That reminds me of another pistol that we had, and we got it gone pretty quick because we complained every day about it. Everybody complained on it, and that was the Sigma by Smith & Wesson. You had to buy this extra mount to attach to that, and on the bottom of it had a pick rail. Why not just put a pick rail on this to start with? But anyway, magazine catch is reversible. That's good. Like I said, it's got night sights. It also has the combat, what I call self-defense combat sights. They're flat. And this being flat, theoretically, if you were in a gunfight and your hands got bloody, or you had lost the use of one hand and you had to reload, you would have to be worried about how you're going to pull the slide back. Well, this flat, you can rack it on the side of a table, on your belt, whatever, and it works. I've tried that. But the trigger has it's got a good feel, and here's the thing. Watch where it breaks. Now, most triggers go back here, and they have to put some of them have a stop back there to stop you from over traveling it. This one breaks right about 90 degrees. See that? Now that's pretty cool. So let's watch the reset. So it's good. I ain't in love with it yet, and here's why. That trigger doesn't have any. It's got just a little bit of creep, a little bit, but for this to be a combat, I mean a self-defense handle. Why I keep saying combat? This trigger could be a little harder. It could be a little more. It could be a little stiffer to pull. Now, I'm not saying it's a hair trigger, but I'm saying that you better have it in a good holster. So don't think that you've got any room or play here. You should never think that anyway. But you know what I'm trying to say. It's almost. I don't want to say it's almost too good, because it's far from a great trigger. Coming from a single action 1911 guy. But for a double action striker fired handgun, it's almost got a single action feel. I would tend to say that's probably a little lighter than a Glock. I want to say probably around 4.5 pounds, which is borderline for a self-defense handgun. And this model doesn't have safety. You know how I feel about safeties. You know, the safety's between your ears. But I also like to have a little bit stiffer trigger on a self-defense handgun. But that being said, it's going to be one of those deals, you either like it or you hate it. You also notice there's no safety blade. This is not a safe action trigger. This is a steel trigger. I love that. It's hard to get away from the plastic polymer triggers, especially the brake triggers. You know, it's got the brake in the middle. But this is a one-piece regular trigger, but it breaks at 90 degrees. Okay, we'll see about that, whether we like it or not. The reason I couldn't show you the unboxing of this gun is because I got it. The day I got it, I took it out of the box and I went around back and I took some of my reloads. We'll go ahead and throw a plug. Hornady HST. XTP. Anyway, these is Hornady self-defense rounds that you can buy loaded. I bought a box and reloaded my own. I reload a lot. XTPs? I can't remember. But anyway, they're not loaded to max charge. And the reason for that is I found that these bullets open better at slightly lower velocity. So now I loaded these for Glock. I was carrying a Glock 26 at that time. So it worried me that they may not function reliably in this gun, because it's different. Spring tension. Flawless. It was flawless. I have to say the gun functioned flawless, and right out of the box, I've not tried to pinpoint it to drive tacks, but it's point of man at 10 yards. But no, seriously, it's, you know, I was hitting the size of your fist at 10 yards. I didn't really pay, you know, it was somewhere within my sight picture. I didn't try to move anything and get it perfect because I didn't have time. We will get around to it. But I also noticed that this sight is weird, this back sight. Now, it's got the serrations on it for anti-glare. Now, believe it or not, those are 2 trinium inserts, and they do glow at night. But look at that big old front sight. It glows like a train coming down the track at night. But now in the daytime, this sight almost is blacked out. You really can't even see those inserts. Now, at night you can. But I like that. I like a blacked out sight on a self-defense handgun. Go back to 45s, Wiley Clap, the Colt special version. It's a blacked out back sight, and that's specific to that gun. But that's almost not quite an XS big dot, but I like it. It's bigger than a standard sight. What else? The gun's 17.9 ounces unloaded. Okay. Loaded, that would depend on the grain ammo that you load it with. I can tell you this too from carrying it this weekend. This texture right here, listen, going up, that will tear your side up. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna wrap it with something because I don't like that. I mean, it was rough. You can only get 3. I'm gonna put this mag in, loaded mag, but I won't rack slide. But with this flush fit, you can almost get that pinky. Everybody's concerned with this damn pinky. Screw that. I mean, don't worry about that pinky. If you could only get 2 on it, that's fine. You train yourself. So with this, if this was your main grip, you would put your pressure on this one. If that was your grip, you put your pressure on that one. And what it does is it controls muzzle flip. I don't even worry about that pinky getting on the gun. I bought this gun to be concealable. Now it come with a pinky extension. It doesn't give me but about another, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch at most surface for my pinky. It's not full grip either, but it sticks out enough that it prints, or it could print. This is the best I can do with this pistol with the flush fit mag. Carries in the front pocket of a cargo shorts. I carry it in this, you can see the pocket land on it. In this holster, see who makes this holster. And that's actually a Black Hawk, size 3. It's probably 1 size over. And there's a reason for that. But you can't pull, you take that holster and put it down in your belt, and you can't pull it out without loosening your buckle, and there's nothing that attaches it. This is that grippy. So anyway, let's take the mag back out. Just in case, let's double check it again. Nothing. Okay. So it's a little oversized, right? I wanted it that way. So when I reach down in my pocket, watch what my finger does. This is the slide, okay? I'm not telling you to do this because I'm only going forward. That's how I grip my gun. And when I come out, even if this doesn't work as designed and stick in your pocket, my finger here and this finger can push that. Oh, I always do that, whether it's gonna hold or not. I always kick that off before I come out of my pocket. So anyway, that's what I'm carrying it in right now. I'm not going to continue to carry it in that. Just in a holster video. I'm going to order me a holster for it. I think we're going to go probably with Veterans holsters. We're going to try one of those. I got a video on Black Hawk. On Bravo concealment. You know, they're fine holsters for plastic holsters, but now they cater so much to Glock that, you know, and I understand that's the market, that's where the money is. But now, you know, Glock is the only one that doesn't have a high capacity micro 9mm handgun. You know, sure, they've got a 43X. Well, it's a single stack. If you don't get with this Hellcat or even Taurus, man, they've come out with a new Millennium. I forget exactly, but Ruger's got the Max 9. Ruger's also put out a fine, dandy little pistol, and it's called a LCP Max. I'll own one before it gets cold. It's the LCP2, but with 10 rounds and real adjustable sights. So, and that's a fine handgun, the LCP2 is. But anyway, this ain't about LCP2. Everybody's making, every big manufacturer, Smith, Springfield, Sig, everybody except Glock. Glock thinks, well, we've been out so long and we've got such a good reputation, we're just gonna put out another Glock. And they did. They put out a 43. It lasted 3 or 4 months. People loved it. But out of 43X was their answer to the 365. It's been out a couple of years now. 7, 8 rounds versus potentially 12 or 13. You're gonna get with the program or get left behind. It's that simple. Glock will always be a good pistol. It'll always be a Glock. But Glock's been making the same freaking handgun since 1980, 86, 87. It ain't changed. Not that it needs to, but these little guns, this one, the Hellcat, these type with the double stack into single stack. See what I mean? Double stack down here and it feeds into a single stack design up here. They're gonna put single stack pistols. They're gonna be a thing of the past. So Glock, take note. It's in a Glock video, but if you'll make the same thing in the same size with the same round count, I'll buy a Glock. Even though it's not American made, I'll still buy a Glock because of your reputation. But the way it's going, you better get with it. So anyway, Ruger 365, P-365. The 365 is from their slogan, carry it 365 days a year. And by the way, it's a pretty small handgun. Time will tell. They had some issues with the hardness of the firing pins, and they had some issues with the, I think their triggers or something. Anyway, they've had some issues launching this pistol. And now this was a couple of years ago. Sig claims they've addressed that and have fixed all these pistols. We'll see. They do give a good warranty. In case it don't, I'll give them a shot. I wasn't impressed with the 320 I had because of the trigger. And it was a brick. But I'll give them a chance. 6 Hour's been out for many years. So anyway, if we've helped you or taught you anything, or if you just like looking at my gorgeous face, or if you just get bored and you want to hear your phone dinging when I put out another video, give me a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, like and subscribe to the channel. I've been holding off doing range reports on some of these guns because of the ammo crunch. As I've told you, I've got ammo, but I hate to get rid of any of it just shooting at cans to review a pistol or a rifle. But it's only getting worse. We're not getting, what we are getting is junk. A buddy of mine he found him some 22s the other day, and he broke down and paid the outrageous price for them. And I ain't gonna call their name, Federal, but got them home. 4 out of 10. One of them even got stuck in his barrel, the projectile. They're so underpowered. They basically told him to box them up and send them back, and they would give him a refund. Well, 2 things with that. Number one, you ain't supposed to be shipping ammo, not in the mail, okay? Not an individual. I could see someone getting in trouble for that. Number 2, he shouldn't have to wait. He bought them then for them to work then, and they don't. So they're just putting out junk for you to run out there and buy because you ain't seen it in a while. I ain't doing it. But anyway, we might burn some ammo before long. I don't carry anything without running it through its paces to verify that it's going to function. That's my thing. I could care less if it's 2 inch, 1/4 of an inch to the left or right or up and down when it comes to a self-defense gun. But I will run it to make sure that my mags work. The number one failure in a handgun is the magazine. I'll make sure they work. I'll make sure that the rounds that I'm going to carry in that gun, not some like it, the actual rounds, I'm gonna make sure they're gonna work in that gun, you know, and that the gun goes bang every time I pull the trigger. And that's that. So I should have videoed me doing that with this one, but I didn't. I would have killed 2 birds with 1 stone. But it's getting close to gun season. We're gonna be doing some deer rifle range videos. I got some scopes. I've got to set them, so I mean, we might as well video. So anyway, thank you for watching. God bless you and stay safe.